It's a major project meant to bring major money to boost up South Florida's economy. But is the government investing into expansions and new projects in the Port of Miami really worth it? It's a question we're considering tonight here at NBC Miami. And with more on that, let's welcome Jeff Burnside. He is in Miami with a look at the pros and cons of some of these projects, which can be costly. Jeff?
Kevin, they call it the deep dredge. Florida Governor Rick Scott has secured $1.5 billion to fast-track the port expansion, get it built as quickly as possible, because the super freighters are coming, able to carry twice the amount of cargo. But critics are concerned that those freighters might not come to Miami in any significant numbers. And now 11 civic and environmental groups have filed a formal complaint with the state over a long list of environmental concerns. Power brokers turned the first shovels of the expansion of the Port of Miami today, starting with better train tracks into the port in order to load and offload these new super freighters able to come through the expanded Panama Canal in 2015 and head up the East Coast.
Miami is first out of the gate. The other good thing for Miami is, compared to someplace like Savannah, is that you only have to dredge for 2.5 miles.
It's projected to bring 33,000 new jobs, including more port workers, improve transportation systems in Miami, and even boost retail sales. In fact, the governor and other proponents say an expanded Port of Miami could bring so many more jobs and bring so much more business that it could fundamentally transform the Port of Miami far beyond what we know of today. Environmentalists say that may or may not be true, but all the more reason, they say, to follow the rules, proceed cautiously, and make sure safeguards are in place. See, it's not just the port. What lies underneath for miles in every direction must be protected by law. Even the newly listed coral species are growing in areas that'll be blasted with dynamite for 600 to 1,000 days, impacting wildlife, too.
You should never underestimate the value of environmental protection, not just for quality of life, but also for the economic drivers.
Leaders of 12 civic and environmental groups say thoughtless expansion will damage the economy, not help it.
I think the economy will do better when we protect the things that bring in tourism and bring people here to invest. And that's the short-sighted part of all of this. So ramming this down our throats as fast as possible without the proper environmental oversight is what we're concerned with.
Perhaps the most glaring concern is the dredge itself. Where do you put 2.5 miles worth of dredge? The initial plan was to put it on Virginia Key. That plan does not any longer seem to be on the table. And critics fear that the Department of Environmental Protection, a state agency, has the governor breathing down its neck. Jeff Burnside, NBC Miami.
Jeff, thank you very much. Now to